447 AD, 4341 AM. Theodosius II of Constantinople was nothing like his father, Theodosius the Great. An effeminate coward, he had the walls of Constantinople added to with great towers in an effort to avoid open battle with Attila the Hun. But this security was shattered by an earthquake that destroyed the walls and felled 57 towers. Panicked, the people repaired the walls in 60 days, but the Huns were far away, unable to take advantage of the lack of defences. 1. The night Attila died. 448 AD, 4342 AM. Annals of Ulster in Ireland record that an earthquake this year felled 57 of the truly ancient round towers in the region, mysterious pre-Christian structures erected by the Tuatha De Danann. The Chronicle of Annals states that 75 towers fell. The fact that these structures fell at all is indicative of the magnitude of this earthquake, for the round towers antedate the written records of Ireland. 1. The Antediluvian World. 2. Lost Seas of Atlantis, Ancient Europe and the Mediterranean. 450 AD, 4344 AM. This year is 1860 years, 186 times 10, after the Israelites invaded Lower Syria in 1411 BC, and 204 years after the Goths invaded Dacia in 246 AD. The calendrics for this year indicate a very important event that could have occurred in the Americas or the Far East. 451 AD, 4345 AM. Emperor Valentinian III of Rome was despised by his sister Honoria. Attempting to harm him, she sent Attila the Hun a marriage invitation and her own ring as proof. This was done to prompt Attila to attack the West and Rome, to claim Honoria as his bride and receive half the empire. Valentinian discovered the intrigue, locked Honoria inside a tower where she vanished from the historical record. Attila invaded the West demanding his bride. After destroying no less than 70 cities in the Balkans and receiving payoffs from Emperor Theodosius, Attila invaded the West and nearly overran every town in northern Gaul. In the Battle of Catalaunian Plain, near Troyes, a confederation of Franks, Visigoths and Roman imperial forces opposed the Huns in a contest of mutual slaughter, resulting in the deaths of between 150,000 and 300,000 men. The Huns then retreated to the Hungarian plain of Europe, the momentum of their invasion broken. This was exactly 666 years after 216 BC, when the Gauls, Franks, with Hannibal and the Carthaginians, defeated the Romans in the Battle of Cannae. This was also 612 years after Rome invaded North Africa in 162 BC, and 552 years after 102 BC, when the Romans fought against the Germans in Gaul, France. 1. The night Attila died. 2. A short history of the world. 452 AD, 4346 AM. Attila the Hun regrouped and again pushed into deeper Roman territory, this time invading northern Italy, destroying Aquileia, Padua, and he even looted Milan. This year ended the reign of terror of the Huns. Attila retreated back and the Huns did not again become a threat, but thoroughly assimilated with other peoples, or, as many did, founded their own kingdom, Hungary. This was the year 960 of the Roman Republic since 509 BC. 1. A short history of the world. 453 AD, 4347 AM. Attila the Hun died, probably poisoned by Edikon, a Germano-Hun, who may have exacted his revenge for Attila's murder of a friend. Edikon was the father of the famous Odovacar, the German, who conquered Rome in 476 AD. Attila was not the barbaric savage painted by historians. He was born and raised in Europe. His uncles were Oktar and Rua, both leaders of the Huns. Like the Hunnish invaders, he was brutal and violent, but there was nothing primitive about him or the Huns. Their greatest folly was in not keeping historical records. As descendants of Israelites and masters of assimilation, the Huns became as European as any others. Much of the Hun population drifted about and were absorbed into the many German families throughout Europe. From the death of Attila to the final fall of Rome, There ruled 10 emperors in Rome, and every one of them was appointed by the Vandals and other Germans. The Huns were the final, the 10th kingdom that would emerge at the fall of Rome in accordance with the ancient prophecies. C. 476 AD. 1. The night Attila died. 2. The end of empire. 3. A short history of the world.